Hello and welcome back to the Ambassadors of Gaming channel. I'm Ambassador Michael. I will once again be narrating for Darrell. He has some thoughts on the PS5 remaster of Spider-Man and kind of the performance and what kind of differences you'll see there. So we have a bit of his impressions, and then we also have a little bit of a side-by-side, kind of like we did with Spider-Man Miles Morales. So let's get right into what Darrell has to say. He says, well, I thought I'd take a look at how the Spider-Man remaster holds up. I won't go into the story here as I've already covered the story on PS4, but those who don't know what I'd said about 2 years ago can dig up the review he wrote. But let's look at how the game holds up remastered. You start your game with a choice of 5 difficulties, which are Friendly Neighborhood, Friendly, Amazing, Spectacular, and Ultimate. Before you start, you get a choice of 2 graphic modes. The default on PS5 is Fidelity, which is the mode all of my PS5 footage is captured in. It's a 30 frames per second mode with which features, according to the game, ray tracing, enhanced lighting, and additional visual effects. And temporal techniques provide an extra high quality picture from a 4K resolution base. Then we have a performance mode without ray tracing, enhanced lighting, or visual effects. Temporal techniques provide a 4K picture from a lower resolution base. It also runs at 60 frames per second. These can be switched in-game, but if you get warmed, you'll be put back to the last checkpoint as well, so make note if you want to make a switch. Regarding fidelity, it looks absolutely incredible. The ray tracing is superb with the lighting, which brings a now even more vibrant city to life more vividly. Even though it's 30 frames per second, it still feels extremely fluid. It also corrects a visual niggle I had 2 years ago, which was, but some buildings can look generic and the reflections once or twice didn't reflect the landscape behind you. Small niggles on a somewhat solid presentation. However, with ray tracing, this is fixed. The gameplay is still solid and fun, and nothing has deteriorated. In fact, it's a much better experience, especially with the haptic feedback of the DualSense controller. If you run it in this mode, the difference from this and the PS4 version is literally night and day. It's unbelievable, the difference. We do have cross-generation save support, but you need the PS4 version installed. You have to upload the saves in-game by choosing the save, pressing R1 after having uploaded to the cloud as well, if you haven't done so. Then you need to open a new save game on PS5 Remastered and press R1 to download the save. Just uploading to the cloud alone doesn't work. Overall, the game is still fun, and if you love the game, you can only get it with the Ultimate Edition of Miles Morales, whether you buy it as a complete edition or upgrade your standard copy later. So, that's what Darrell felt like regarding the remaster itself. And now we will have the comparison, so you can kind of see the differences between the two. Of course, we want to know how you think, how you feel, all these types of things about these types of presentations and games, whether or not you've had the chance to check it out, what you think the visual fidelity looks like, the differences, all these types of things. So, until next time, friends, I'm Ambassador Michael. Thank you for joining us, and please enjoy the comparison.